Hey guys, as a thank you to everybody who has attended my painting classes in the past, I thought I would do a freebie online. Since we're all hunkering down at home and can't get together to paint anyway, I hope you enjoy it and have fun. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So what I've done here is I've taped off the area of my painting with some washi tape. Any low-tack tape will work. This is just something I had on hand. It's low-tack, it peels right back up. You could use masking tape or painter's tape or artist tape. You just want something that's not going to rip the paper up when you tear it off at the end. I'm using 3 colors for this, the red and yellow and blue. So any basic red, yellow, blue primary colors will work for this entire painting. You get to remember your color theory from kindergarten. So I've got 2 brushes I'm going to use for this. One is a large flat brush and one is a small round brush. This is a size 6. This is really optional. It just makes painting the background go a lot faster. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got some water over here and clean water that I keep over there in case I need just clean water. So if you want to take some clean water on your large brush, and we're just going to put some water down over our painting area. So we're going to do a wet on wet technique to get us started. And you want it nice and wet. You don't want pooling water standing there, but to get us started, we'll just start with some nice wet paper. And then I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of blue on my wet brush and start laying that in at the top. And I'm just going back and forth and bringing my brush down across the canvas so that blue kind of spreads out. And you want the top of your paper to be darker, and as you paint down the paper, it'll get lighter and lighter and lighter. So there's that. And then we'll go ahead and clean off the brush. And we'll do the same thing at the bottom, but using the yellow. So we'll start at the bottom and bring it up slowly to about halfway. You don't want the yellow and blue to blend into each other, because if you remember your color theory, that will turn it into green. So you've got a blue at the top and a yellow at the bottom, and a nice slow fade to the middle. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to let this dry a little bit, and then we're going to start adding clouds. Okay, now that our background is dry, I'm going to go ahead and add the clouds. So we want a nice crisp edge for the clouds at the top, and it can kind of slowly fade down to the bottom. So we're going to start with the purple clouds by picking up a little red with our brush, mixing it into the blue, making a little purple. Add some water. And then we're just going to kind of put in the tops of the clouds. This is where your shaky hands finally come in handy. And we'll give a little cloud up here. So there's our tops, and they're pretty dark. Then I'm just going to wash out the brush, and with plain water, just kind of bring that purple down so it starts to fade out. So at the bottom, it's very light, and at the tops, it's very dark. You can kind of overlap like that. And another little cloud right there at the top. Another one down here. And just wash your brush out and bring that water in to soften the bottoms. Now I've got some clouds. And then you can always put more at the top to darken the top. Just added a little bit more blue into this one, just for the very top. And just add the water, fade it down. Now the bottom ones are more orange and yellow than they are purple. So we're going to clean out our brush, grab a little bit of the red, just a tiny bit of the red, and mix it into some of the yellow, make a nice orange. And then we're going to put some orange into these clouds. And then the same technique, just bring some water down and let them fade to the bottom. There we go. Make a little bit more red at the top of these. So when you're putting that color in, you can just drop the color where you want it. Since the background is dry, it won't bleed up, it'll only bleed down where it's wet. And then with just a wet brush, you can kind of move it around where you want it to go. And this background at the bottom's kind of too stark, so I'm just going to bring the water down and let it flow all the way to the bottom. So there's the second half of our clouds. We'll go ahead and let this layer dry, and then we will start on adding more colors. Okay, so now that the entire thing is dry, we're going to go ahead and put some kind of streaks in the background and darken up the sky at the top a bit. We couldn't do that while the clouds were wet, or else the purple would have just bled into the blue and just made it one giant blob. So now that it's dry, we can go ahead and add more blue into the sky. So I'm just going to wet my brush and pick up a little bit of blue. And I kind of like streaky skies, so I just kind of go over the sky with some streaks. And you can control how dark they are by how much paint and how much water you've got on your brush. If it's too dark, add some more water, and if it's too light, add some more paint. So now we're getting some nice streaks in here, and I'm actually just painting this over the tops of the clouds because they're dry. Now you kind of see some paint in the background, and then I'm going to add some orange to the sky underneath. So going back to that red and yellow that I mixed up, I'm going to just kind of put some streaks of orange. I'm using a very light touch with the brush, just kind of barely skimming it across the paper, and let the paint just kind of end up where it does. You don't want to look like you have stripes across the sky, so don't make them all the same length. Make some of them short. As you go up, you can make them darker, add more red into that orange. You can add some red to the sky, show that in there. And the center part, I try to keep the streakiness out and keep it more pure, so you can see the sky peeking through. And we can do the same thing for the clouds too. Just kind of add some streaks into the clouds. So there, that's a little bit too stripy, so I'm just gonna pick up some purple kind of blend that out a little bit. Not what I wanted. The nice thing about watercolors, if you don't like it, it's too much, you can just dry off your brush on a paper towel, kind of pick it up with your brush, dry it off, and you've got a chance to fix whatever you don't like before it's permanent. Okay, so there's that. I think I'll go ahead and make the top even darker so we get a really nice contrast as it moves down to the light. There we go. Some more blue over here. And that is how to paint a sunset. You just kind of fiddle with it. Don't fiddle with it too much. Remember, always paint wet on wet or dry on dry, so you don't get paint into areas you don't want it to go into. And then move the color around wherever you think it goes. Just have fun with it. And there you go. Hope you had fun. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.